Hi, my name is Tony, and I'm going to be providing a bunch of math videos and stuff uh, for people who subscribe to my channel here on YouTube. And I just wanted to, one of my Facebook friends um, told me that in my first videos that I wasn't showing enough skin. So uh, this is some skin. Um, It's true. I do not have that advantage. Obviously, a lot of these pretty ladies that, make videos, the content of their videos is not what really drives their subscribers. So I don't have that advantage. So I will be providing excellent instructional videos for doing math. And I've developed some interesting contributions to mathematics. I wrote a book called Points, Lines, and Conic Sections, a sequel to college algebra. That book took me 10 years to write, and I did a lot of groundbreaking results in the conic sections. And the conic sections, like a circle, a parabola, an ellipse, and a hyperbola, circle, ellipse, and parabola. Those are the four conic sections. And I discovered a lot of formulas in each of those things. It's pretty cool. So my book is available on Amazon. It's been on there for a number of years. It's unfortunate that Amazon does not promote its authors, so I have to promote myself. And so this is part of it. All these videos, I will eventually get people to be able to do the problems in my math book. So I have to lay all the groundwork for uh, arithmetic, uh, algebra, all the beginning, the intermediate, and the college algebras, all of those. No trig is needed to do my book, but there's a lot of algebra in my book. It's yes, more algebra than many calculus problems. So there's some calculus problems that require a lot of algebra. What does students in calculus a lot of times is not the calculus itself, it's the supporting algebra and trigonometry. Well, if you can do my math book, you will certainly have the skills in algebra needed to do calculus. Not saying anything about the trigonometry part, but it is that. Also, I'll be doing some interesting statistics problems because my rating system, I developed a rating system, and it can measure for a population of players in a particular competitive modality. So far, I've really only used it on chess, but it can be used in any competitive modality, like ping pong players, tennis, wrestling, any one-on-one competition you can develop a rating for. And my rating system is very good. It's better than the ELO rating system. And the ELO rating system has been in use since the 1960s. A guy named Arpad Elo invented the ELO rating system, and it's the king of the rating systems out there. And apparently some rating systems have been developed that are better, but they're my research shows that the ELO system is correct. Its only real fault is that it's slow. It needs a lot more data to find its ratings than my rating system. And so, I'll be showing some different things. I'll do show some graphs of some famous tournaments done with my rating system and stuff. So, uh, so I have a lot of material that I can do with these videos. And, so I'm pretty excited. And people that watch my videos will learn a lot. I mean, let's just say it right out. You will learn a lot if you stay with me. And, it's learning is a good thing. Uh, so if you want to be smart, stick with me. I will help you. All right. So that's my introduction, and I hope we can have a lot of good times. And if people have problems that they have like they find in a book or something, and you want me to do them, send them to me. I will make a video on a problem. You know, my math book that I wrote is full of math problems. I'm hopeful to have somebody do a solutions manual of it. One of my friends has contacted me. He has the skills to do the solutions manual, and I'm hopeful that he can find the time and mainly the time to be able to do the solutions manual, because if I have my math book and a solutions manual, that's a complete package for a university. I hope one day that my math book is a new course in the college curriculum for mathematicians. But I've had physics people on Facebook tell me that they're able to do their physics problems much easier now with the formulas that I present in my book, because it's math, and physics depends on math. And if you have better math, then you can do better physics. Stands to reason. Also, I had a friend. He's not on Facebook anymore. It's sad, but I guess he's just gone on to his career or whatever. But early, when he was still in college and stuff, he was on Facebook, and he was a string theorist. And he showed me some of his proofs. Oh my gosh, way over my head. My goodness, that string theory stuff is really deep. But he said that my math book had applications to string theory. And I was like, wow, that's pretty cool. He wanted me to join him in the effort to to do the string theory. And he said a person of my caliber should be able to learn 11-dimensional geometry in a matter of weeks, and then I'd be able to help him. Well, that didn't happen. 11-dimensional geometry is not something I can wrap my head around. But he told me that that the stuff in my book, my math book, did have applications of string theory. That's really deep stuff. And so I'll just take him at his word. I have another friend from India. I have a lot of friends from India. They're really into math over there, and they appreciate what I've done. They have a contest called JEE or JII. I forget. It stands for something, but it's the most difficult exam in the world for mathematics, chemistry, and physics. And these people from India, they take this test, and they study it. And I've interacted with some of them. They're very smart kids. And but anyway, I posted my book on one of their threads, and one of them downloaded it as a PDF file, and they said this is G level. And then so a bunch of the other ones grabbed it, and they were like, wow, this is really cool stuff. And so but anyway, so I got sidetracked a bit. So one of my friends from India told me that for his freshman year in college, they have an exam at the end of the year. And for his math exam, for all the courses he took during the year for his degree in mathematics that he was going for, he didn't study any of the books from his courses. He studied my book, my math book, and he passed his freshman exam for the year. I was like, wow, that's pretty cool. He decided that he was going to use my book instead of his other books, and he passed. That made me feel really good. So I tell you these things to say that, my stuff is really good. It will help you out. So, well, that's pretty much my introduction. So those are the key things. My math book and my rating system is going to provide me a wealth of material to be able to make videos with. And I've got tons of problems in my math book. And if you guys submit problems to me, I will do them. And so it will be a nice collection of videos by the time we're done. It'll be a nice repository of knowledge. There's a mathematician named Grothendieck. He died maybe a year ago now. There's a repository, speaking of repositories, there's a repository of his papers in Paris. They're so difficult, though. I mean, only the top mathematicians in the world could even start. But there's just some ungodly number of thousands of pages of this stuff, and it's all high level math. Grothendieck, one of the big guys. So my repository material won't be like his repository material, but I do have contributions to math, not as deep as his, but they are contributions. And so, somebody had to figure it out. So it is a addition to the world's knowledge. So I will leave it at that. So again, my name is Tony Berard, and please support me by watching my videos. And if you want my math book, it's available on Amazon.com. It's Points, Lines, and Conic Sections, a sequel to College Algebra. I have another book on there too called The Flaws, Death, and Successor to Chess, Tines and Barbs. That's a board game that I invented. Uh, this will be on my math channel called Math and Related Topics, but I'm not going to talk about my board game on this channel. I'll just mention it. But I have that book on Amazon also. If you want to support me, you could buy either or both books. One day, my board game will be esteemed the world over, and it will hopefully overtake chess. That's my hope and my goal. So, and I'm 51, so I still have a few years of life left. So hopefully I can make that come true before I take my last breath. All right. Well, nice to know you. We'll have a lot of fun.